For my site-specific story using the Seven Scenes app, I followed The Haunting of Prince Frederick. The storyline didn't require me to start anywhere in specific. I could really go in any order I wanted and check out any scenes around campus. The Haunting of Prince Frederick is a collection of 5 different scary stories. They don't really have much to do about each other, but a lot of them had to do with Halloween and just the certain buildings and landmarks on campus. Specifically around Prince Frederick Hall and also the architecture building and the sociology building and the business school. I walked around the day after Halloween, November 1st, so that added to the scariness of the stories themselves. But also it was really interesting to experience the settings of the stories firsthand because that also added to the creepiness. The story would reference certain landmarks that I could see while I was standing there reading the stories, which was pretty cool, and it was a really cool way to experience the stories. For example, the first story I read was set at the bridge that connects the architecture building to Campus Drive. And it mentioned the ivy that creeps over the railing of the bridge, and I could actually see that ivy. Additionally, it mentioned a car that was approaching on Campus Drive, and I could actually see where Campus Drive was and where the car was approaching. And that was a really cool and chilling experience to read the scary stories and be able to kind of put myself in, I guess, the the place of the narrator. In another story, I was standing next to the business school as the story described a girl walking home from a party on Mowat Lane. The story talked about a lamppost that she stood under right before she was killed, and soon after, her body is discovered not too far away in the grass somewhere. After seeing the lamppost and standing next to it, and then also the spot that her body was found, it's fair to say I was pretty freaked out. Just reading the story by itself wouldn't have had much of an effect on me, but while I was standing out there, any subtle sound or even just the breeze, it would make me jump a little. Being able to see and experience the stories firsthand definitely added to the creepiness. It's definitely something I'd do again just because it was a really cool and fun way to just read and experience the stories. And I'm really excited to create my own, even if it's not a scary story.